Matters, and children have been found left in hot cars, but police say they have to rescue pets more often. Yesterday, a woman was arrested for leaving 3 dogs in her car, all of which died. NBC6's Alexandra Meacham spoke to a veterinarian today and joins us now from North Shreveport with more. Alex?
Yeah, Jackie, you know, it is sad that we have to remind people not to leave their dogs in a hot car, but you really can't underestimate what is happening to their body just within a few minutes. Now, even this little guy here, this is a hairless type of poodle, so you can imagine what would happen to him if you left him in a hot car. Definitely can't do that. But when I spoke to this local vet today, she kind of explained the science behind what happens to him when you leave him in a hot car. And another thing that is interesting is that the different breeds will overheat at different time periods. So check out what she has to say about it.
We all know it's hot outside and your car turns into an oven, but your furry friend has a hard time keeping cool.
But dogs are not very efficient at cooling themselves, especially if there's no airflow and they're in a temperature that is just way too hot. They'll start panting. They pant a lot. They start foaming at the mouth because in that 10-minute period, they can go from everything being fine to 120 degrees.
Dr. Brookings says dogs cool down by panting and sweating through their paw pads, but cars' dashboards and seats absorb a lot of heat.
That can burn their pads, so that makes cooling off even more difficult.
And it's different for different dogs.
For a short-faced dog, they can become overheated with an ambient temperature of 80 or 85 and humidity of 85%. You've got to be much more careful than what most people are thinking.
A dog's normal temperature is between 99 and 102 degrees. She says if they reach past 109, they'll have internal damage and often die.
They can have permanent damage that you don't know about that won't show up for 2 or 3 days with that pet. So even though they come back around, take them into your vet and let them check them out.
And Dr. Brookings says it's really important just to never leave your pets, your dogs, in the car, period. But even if it's 70 to 75 degrees outside, that's not good enough. It can still be too hot for them to survive. Now, if you do find a dog in a hot car, rush it to the vet, but there are a few things you can do to help treat them along the way. You can pour room temperature water on them. Not hot, not cold water, room temperature water. That'll kind of bring the body temperature down. Another interesting thing you can do is actually put rubbing alcohol on their paws. When that rubbing alcohol starts to evaporate, it'll evaporate some of that heat with it. So just a few things you can do, but ultimately don't leave the dogs in the car and take them to the vet if you find them there. Back to you.
All right, great advice. Thank you, Alex.